Today we're out here in Arizona, just outside of Flagstaff, to do Mormon Mountain. So this hike is not a super long hike. It's about 6.5 or 7 miles, and there's a trail the whole way, so it shouldn't be that bad. Not as bad as it was last week, and we all know how that turned out. And as you see behind me here, we got the trailhead, and basically we're in a deep forest, not too far off the main road, but I mean, we're surrounded by these really tall trees, and I think a lot of that's what it's going to be like most of the way up to the top. So also on the top of this mountain, there are a bunch of like radio towers and stuff like that. I think one of the towers is like KQST FM Sedona or something like that. So so we look forward to some towers on the top. But overall, this is just part of the training hike for our bigger hike in the future here as we go along. And we're probably just going to whip this out as quick as we can and get out of here. It's only going to be about a half day hike, if that, maybe 3.5 hours. But it should be pretty cool because we've never even been out in this part, this area of Arizona. So it should be pretty cool. And also, right outside here is Mormon Lake. It seems like a really big lake. We haven't seen it yet when we're driving in, but hopefully we can see that from the summit. So we'll see. We won't know until we get up there. So let's get up there. to the top of Mormon Mountain, and right behind me here on the ground is the actual summit. You might have seen it just a moment ago. There's a bunch of towers that are up here, and they are massive, massive TV towers. I've been to a lot of peaks with big towers, but this is super impressive how big these things are. As far as actually finding this actual summit, once you get towards the towers, you're going to see an intersection to either take a right or left. We took a right and we walked along the towers back there, and then made our way back across and we went now left, and then you climb up into, there's no real actual trail, but it's kind of open, and maybe about like 0.14 of a mile, 0.4 of a mile, you'll bump into this. This is the actual summit with the summit blocks there, and the highest point. So to get out here, it was actually like 4.2 miles, but we did a lot of walking around when we were up here, so it wouldn't probably necessarily be that long. And we're at 8,468 feet, and the total elevation gain was like 1,400 gain. It's like 1,398 or something like that. So overall, pretty good hike. It was the trail was a good trail all the way up. Some would say it's a rocky trail. You know, it kind of came and went, but overall, really good hike up here. Other than that, not much views. You got a lot of trees. This is actually the edge over here. You know, little peekaboo like views looking through the trees, but overall, not much. But you know, sometimes it's not always about the views. Sometimes it's just about the hike and the trail and just the workout itself. This actually ended up being way better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. I thought it was just going to be a simple, easy, 6-mile hike, really not much to see, maybe a couple little towers. But no, it's pretty amazing up here, and I'm so glad that we drove about 2 hours to get out here. So, all right, from there, we're just going to pack up, maybe grab something quick to eat, take some photos, and we're going to work our way down. Made it back to the Jeep after that pretty cool hike. And what I didn't mention ever today, which I was kind of supposed to in the beginning, was we were racing against a storm that's in the area. And it hasn't started yet. We got back to the Jeep before anything actually happened. But the wind is really picked up, and the clouds are like all around us. Like, it's full cloud cover, and it looks like it's going to rain any second right now. So we made it back in time, no rain. We won the race against the storm, so that's great. And the other thing was that ended up being, the hike was 7.8 miles, and it was 1,576 feet in gain. So a little bit longer, but that, you know, we did a lot of walking on the summit. It's a huge summit with all those towers and all that stuff. We were just walking around, so that added a lot to the hike itself. And as far as the elevation gain, there was only a tiny bit left on the way back down that we had to go up, but it was very easy. So other than that, you know, great hike, and real happy again that we came out here. And I would totally recommend anyone that is looking for a, you know, moderate, you know, easy hike, and just not much views up there, but beautiful forest, and just overall great campground too that we're in. So, but that's it. So we'll see you next time on the next hike.